Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to thank both of these gentlemen for coming to Maine in the month of July. That's a good time to come to Maine. And particularly when I interviewed Mr. Jacobs at the initiation of his nomination, I realized very quickly that we were really talking about customer service, about how to respond and how to respond efficiently and effectively. And so I suggested to him that he come to Maine and talk to one of our companies that has an amazing record of customer service, LL Bean. So about 2 weeks ago, Mr. Jacobs and two members of his team came up, had a fascinating meeting. I sat in on it with the LL Bean customer service team. I'd just like to get your reflections on that meeting, what you took away from that.
First of all, Senator, thanks for suggesting the idea and helping us connect to have that meeting and joining us. I was blown away by the approach that they've had. This is a culture that they've focused a significant amount of attention on, in addition to their operational concerns, their growth, their profit. They focus extensively on building and maintaining the culture that defines the brand. And one of the things that really stuck with me, and it's something that I think about a lot, is something they call the Net Promoter Score, which is how are your customers going to come back? How are they going to kind of bring in others, talk about it? And I think about it in the context of VBA because we know we're the front door for other benefits and healthcare, and we want to encourage veterans to come in and access those other earned benefits. And what I found striking is that the highest channel for net promoter growth was customers who engage through call centers and what they do to promote that culture, as well as the differences between the in-person experience and the online experience. But I think a lot of it just comes down to culture, which is something we're focusing on, and a really strong work ethic.
Well, I want to thank you for making the visit. It says a lot that you were willing to come and listen and learn and bring your team with you.
The only thing I regret is I wasn't able to stop at the LL Bean store because I had a 5-hour drive to Caribou after that evening.
Yeah, and you get credit for that too as well. I do want to, our VHA and VBA people have done an amazing job. We're screening at 10% above the national average, and they've really done a great job on the outreach. We've got the backlog. We know it's going to grow probably to close to 400 or 500,000. Talk to me about how we use automation without losing the personal touch and the customer relationship that we're talking about.
Yeah. So when we talk about automation, we're not talking full end-to-end automation. What we're talking about is automated decision support. So we're automating the administrative tasks to make it easier, less time-consuming for our employees to search through records, to...
And that was one of the things LL Bean shared, as I recall.
Yes.
Their people that answer the phone have an amazing access to data.
Yes.
That they can answer a question immediately instead of a long delay or a callback.
Correct. And so we're looking to provide those tools, including at the Togus Regional Office, where they're one of our pilot sites. They're benefiting from the hard work of folks in the Montgomery RO, which were one of the earlier prototype sites. We're kind of at the bleeding edge.
And we're talking about 40-day reduction in decision time, right? Significant decision.
We're significantly reducing the amount of time it takes to process claims to get to the first decision. We're enabling our employees to have more capacity to deliver more timely, more accurate, and more consistent decisions. And it's tools like this that have the potential to enable us to move away from things like mandatory overtime, which we've had to rely on to ensure that we're delivering the benefits that veterans deserve at the pace at which they're filing.
Well, I'm encouraged with the data that you both shared about staffing, because as I think it was Senator Moran said, you can have all the good intentions, but if you don't have the people to execute, and so you're being very aggressive, and it looks like you're not going to be staffing is not going to be a bottleneck.
No, we've been incredibly successful thanks to our HR team in central office, but also the help of all of our regional offices. We've learned along the way, as we've done an extensive amount of hiring fairs, we've learned how to streamline and increase the percentage of hires.
Are you streamlining one of the things we've discussed in this committee is the long period between a hiring decision and onboarding.
Yeah.
How are we doing on that front?
Yeah, so OPM has a standard goal of doing that within 80 days. At the end of June, we'd made about 10,000 employment selections with 85% hired within 80 days.
How about you?
I think, Senator, the issue that we have in VHA is primarily, with hiring, is primarily what you just said. Right now, our meeting is about 165 days to bring folks
You're
on.
going to lose good people in that time.
You can lose significant numbers of good people, especially talented healthcare professionals. We want the most talented folks in America to be serving veterans, and
What's
so
the bottleneck? What takes so long?
part of it's
Is it security clearance or other factors?
Part of it is some government-specific rules that OPM asks us to do, especially for Title V employees. But a lot of it is just our process, which needs to be made more lean and more efficient, to be honest with you. And so we're very focused on that. We just released our standard, much more streamlined hiring process a few weeks ago. We're undergoing extensive training of every HR department in our networks, our 18 VISNs. And we hope and anticipate in the next couple of months that time will go down. It is a little bit down from earlier this calendar year, but we need to get much closer to what VBA is performing on onboarding times.
Great. Thank you. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Just wondering, Senator King, if you could help me get a men's trail model waterproof 3-in-1 jacket through LLB?
To quote a great American, I know a guy.